Okay, give me just a sec and we'll get started. Okay. Hi, and welcome to more Phoenix Wright. I had to, reboot the game because there's a Switch update, but, also I can do this now. That zoom-in feature is such a dumb feature, but I love it so much. Mr. Wright. Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. Sorry, give me just a sec. I forgot to, sort of rearrange my desk. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob, Raffle.
Physical pain every time I read a line from him.
Salmonella. I'm a director, television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it.
Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought that it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in a meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. According to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
I was at the studios from around 9 that morning.
Is that when you always come to work?
Oh no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. FWIW, what? What does that stand for? I have no clue what that stands for.
Still, I was pretty busy all that day.
Tell us more about that.
During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through.
In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh, yeah. That security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four. It took a lot more time than I thought that it would.
Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh, right. Thus the limp.
Which, of course, led to me missing my lunch.
ROFS? ROFS? I swear, I'm not that old to not understand internet, like, early 2000s internet slang. But I swear that he's just making shit up, and I just don't know what he's making up. ROFS. Rolling on the floor, starving?
I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area.
What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak. The assistant cooks them up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it at the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch.
So, in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
Must have been tough.
Phoenix,
Yeah?
doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
Contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila.
What do you want?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all.
T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all the trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more.
We were in the meeting until around 4.
What were you discussing?
Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it?
Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting.
During the meeting? Well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs.
You didn't take a single break?
Well... yeah, not a one.
What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Do you think that he actually, like, says those, action words out loud like he's role-playing or some shit. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops, Raffle.
Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time.
Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. I still don't know what FWIW means.
Yeah, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15? That's only 13 in base 12.
Wait. Okay, yes, that is 13 in base 12.
Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
Steams? I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Yeah, we took a break, Raffle.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 to or so until 2:45.
2:30? It's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise.
But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12.
What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat.
Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol.
Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? No, it's impossible because the monkey head wasn't still in the way. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Miss Monkey Head barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Miss Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We've found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is the decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence, a witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. Think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. We guarantee it. Or I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. See Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness.
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
Get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody.
He's having trouble with the gentle thing.
You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident.
Got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth would be fine. I prefer the bearded gentleman myself. I'm 90% sure that's what the judge said. Yeah, I preferred bearded gentleman myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of that in the court record.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went straight to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path, so the old lady wouldn't catch me. Going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out of the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I'd tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly.
Wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once.
You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad.
Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day.
Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple times. Never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. That security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me.
Off the path?
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow, I was going for the studio.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio.
I got kinda lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes.
You got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai.
Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. He looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
See, what then?
It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy.
What sort of bad guy was it?
A person. Kinda tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know, he was kinda far away.
He's being awfully vague.
Of course, Steel Samurai took him down. Pow!
What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yes, I suppose he was.
If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I'd tell you.
If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Really? Yes, seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home.
Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm.
Easy for you to say. Says that he always carries it. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You are quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I have my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
So, you did have a camera? And you did use this camera? And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I have my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. Steel Samurai rules.
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Yeah, I have my camera with me.
So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen.
I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it.
So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away? Not even once?
No.
Okay then, tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham!
So the bad guy attacked him first.
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He's a person.
How was he dressed?
Kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that.
Still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Cody?
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Still learning how to use his camera, so he might have been fiddling with the camera. See, the first two cases, and up to about the halfway point in this case, I know, like, very well. And then you start getting into this and the next two cases, and I'm not great. I don't have great memory of how the cases play out. I want to say show evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey. Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero. And not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. She looks very disinterested in that portrait. Your Honor, defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, would you please tell us about your camera, and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. I don't know why there's something about no photo with the question mark that invokes the no bitches meme. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take the picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Also, give me just a sec. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain.
Oh wait, whoops.
Pops. Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer?
I'm Mr. Edgeworth.
I guess I'm the bearded gentleman. That's what I hate about you grown-ups. You're also self-conscious.
Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify.
Yipes. Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain.
So you did see the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely.
So I held up my camera to take a picture.
Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has just too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay. If you've never used a, So, I took a class on photography for a little bit. Sometimes you would be very surprised at how complicated cameras can get, because most people are so used to just the point press button, but like, some cameras can get very, like, weird. Like, they can get pretty far away from just a point, take a picture.
But, my new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground, and a Steel Samurai. That's all that happened.
Yep. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony?
There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about.
That's all?
Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture.
Would've, or I would've once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even once? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey.
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow.
This feels great.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon or some solid evidence. How can I... Oh, wait. Yep. You would not have erased those pictures, because you would have wanted to put them in your scrapbook. Cody.
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh?
Oh, right. What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. It claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. But don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all the pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No. Wait. No way. Phoenix? I think we've finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way. No. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. Same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Witness. I mean, Cody. Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. That was not meant to be me voice acting the crying, but, he laughed instead of cried, I guess. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. I really need to work on how, like, I can't do crying very well. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we've all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order, order, order. So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. Also, we can... Hey, Blade Vancer, how are you doing? But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone into Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know.
I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops.
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Show us, quick.
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
No.
Here, this is it.
Also, my throat's being weird. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Oh wait, I should probably put my glasses back on. Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix.
Mia? What?
Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo.
I think it's here. You seem to be lacking even more confidence than usual. I suppose that's because I'm not confident about it at all. Maybe you want to rethink your case, Mr. Wright?
Yes, please, Your Honor. Oh, wait. What? Really?
Your Honor, look at this. Oh, it's not the one on the door, it's the one on the pillar. I guess that's more of an S off to the side. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number. Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ugh. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But... that's impossible.
Huh? What's all this about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. Body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we've heard. Path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to the Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating a steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting that he did this to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. It's the bottle of sleeping pills that we picked up. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. Steel Samurai, seen by Miss Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. Phew. That was a close one.
We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial.
Me too. Really? You both seemed so confident. Heh, maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there.
Me too.
Dead?
Of course, we're kidding.
Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya.
So, what happened?
Well, I think we've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
It's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume?
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah.
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
That's what we have to find out.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh.
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is.
What?
Is Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe we should go back to WP?
WP. Powers, right. Poster of an old movie that Mia liked. I was thinking I should go see it myself. Then I realized the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. His favorite potted plant. Maya's been watering it lately. It looks like a little swollen. So I was trying to... Yep, okay, it's the same. What do you think about this? It's that fanboy's prized possession.
Wow, impressive. It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV.
He's mostly taking it those PR shows they do at the stores and fairs. Pretty sure it's not even Will Powers inside that suit.
No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing. He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick?
Yeah, whatever you say. I'm actually kind of surprised that they had a, proper, reaction to showing Maya the book.
The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think your guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
You, she's alive!
I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No. No, it doesn't, Maya. The hesitation speaks volumes, Phoenix. About Mr. Hammer.
Ugh. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
forgot that we were supposed to go talk to, Will. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
Could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Although there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. Fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. It means so much to these kids, you know? Oh. I don't know why my throat's being weird tonight. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something of his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought out the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. Harry's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. What was I gonna say? Oh, Salmonella strikes me as the type of person to write, doujins.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. He just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in the little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
Just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, I was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if somebody called him, like the director or the producer. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? H-E-L-L-O.
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
I'm watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and...
Shh.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it.
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too.
Something wrong?
I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know?
Can't say that I do. Light van for moving staff and equipment around. Kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
Look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
Oh, Ms. Vasquez, I'm an attorney. Not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Or you look. Hey, you, look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here.
She was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Ah! No touching.
Eh!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack.
Guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Guessing I know as much about that as you do, pal. I ain't nothing.
So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
A thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. The science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to this sleeping pill, see? If there are traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
No, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. The food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Other people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. Feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He's in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Oh.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles.
Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. Found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on that bottle.
So that means...
Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so...
Hey Yamato, how are you doing? Got a Steam Deck? Nice.
What? Why? But WP's innocent.
Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai.
What? No!
I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought that he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too.
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
Film set? Is that or was that trailer part of the film set then?
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No. No!
Thank you for the stretch. And the hydrate.
I also hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They said they want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine.
Hey Sachi, how are you doing? Doing all right? So, Sachi, you want to know something really funny? I couldn't bring it up last stream because it was spoilers for this case, but it's been brought up in the case now. Remember when you said that the Steel Samurai was the murder victim?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this.
And this is...
Fan collected all these photographs. Kids love the Steel Samurai. Show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face.
I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Here, take a look at this. I'm a lawyer. This proves that kids love the Steel Samurai because I'm a lawyer. Tell me about this incident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
That's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything that Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk.
What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag sure doesn't look so good.
Everyone's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
Reached out to do a promotion and a debut highlight for an indie VTuber. That's nice. That's awesome, actually. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who do you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols?
Nichols?
Nick, Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to?
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers? Dredging up old dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat the steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
Eh? Ha! I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Eh.
Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, the paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Yes, the underpaid assistant is named Penny Nichols. Here, take this.
Here, take this.
Photograph. Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. And now, let us do something incredibly stupid because it's Phoenix Wright.
Detective Gumshoe must have left by now.
Probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. Never seen the second half of the trial?
I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him.
So, if you missed the first chunk of it, basically we found out that the murder didn't actually take place in Studio 1, it took place in Studio 2, so none of the people in Studio 2 have an alibi. She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
Well...
Oldbag.
Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind.
It's funny how you saw the bent fence and was like, yeah, that's important as fuck. Yeah.
Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Imagine if they just, like, left.
You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change.
So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of his own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean? Hey TM, how are you doing?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That's what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
On a training day today, so you can vibe in here for a while. Nice.
But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys?
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No!
Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now.
Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. I love Gumshoe so much. He's such a good boy.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
Who's at the bottom? Phoenix. D. Vasquez. It's supposed to be, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be a pun on the phrase diva. It's like Diva's case. If I remember correctly. Like Diva's case. Yeah, it's a pun on Diva, basically. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
And the prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defenses will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Okay, see you in a bit, Sachi.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in that Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it while I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 2 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterward, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You're fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with the monkey's head toppling over.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer, a little before noon.
By yourself?
Yes.
And you didn't stop in the employee area?
No.
Are you always this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear.
The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4.
Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterward, so we went to Studio 1.
And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No.
The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, right.
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute long break in the meeting.
And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright.
Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer.
Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal.
No, I mean someone else?
One person is enough.
She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proved that she didn't eat that steak.
Well, Nick, find anything?
Kinda wish she said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere.
Huh. Maybe just present the steak plate. Yep, that was right. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate the T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's the meaning? What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. And it was then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? I think picking on Salmonella would also be pretty obvious and pretty reasonable. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? Samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now that I know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's your real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. It's the fact that it's broken, isn't it? Or no, he's carrying it. He wouldn't have brought his own murder weapon with him. Nope. It is the samurai spear. I'm glad that I'm not getting penalized for this. I present my proof. So-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very incident, or accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my scriptwriting staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was no way for you to, or there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Sorry, I've got a crick in my neck. Give me a sec. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterward, so I went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator?
Of course he was.
Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put in the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win? So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Do you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she didn't, but, there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? I'd like you to testify again. Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said it all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn. Damn! To come so far only to fail? Seems there are no further questions. I'd like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor.
This is one of my favorite lines from Edgeworth. It's such a good line. I didn't. I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, indeed, verily I say, ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well.
The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? Probably realized she did it too.
But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that...
Edgeworth.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body.
What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Better leave this one be. I'm sure she'd see through anything I had to throw at her anyway. Script in your direction notes. Oh wait, I forgot to read the thing.
I went back to the trailer to get my script and went home, I think.
That's what it said.
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring a script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny?
I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. You must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah. And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have to be after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order.
Witness, can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there's a reason, it's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my proof. This is a photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then, Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez.
What happened here?
Manuel fell from the trailer stairs.
Manuel!
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No. How could this?
It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and...
No, Manuel!
Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez.
No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where is Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. To think that he tried to frame me for murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and is the villain to boot. Kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I.
Congratulations, WP.
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth.
Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Nah. If the later games in the series have anything to say about that, that's not a lie. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. This is a this is a memed to hell and back line. Necessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. The BL is getting stronger. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
So the curtain closed on another trial.
Phoenix, you can't just narrate to yourself to avoid answering my question.
Yes, I'm gonna play Rise from the Ashes on stream. And it's going to take forever because it's a long-ass case. It's like... it takes like 9 hours to finish. Or at least it feels like it. Caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. It went back to making kids shows again.
Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. So am I. TM. I love Emma. Emma's a great character. Yippee. This is one of my favorite case openings, by the way. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered. But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. You mean the legendary meme line from this? Yep. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Hey, Nick. Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here?
Waterfalls? Dare I ask why?
Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one.
Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training?
Of course. Except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters.
Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close.
Oh, darn.
Sorry, but them's the breaks. Can you just take a cold shower or something?
Good idea.
So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified mammal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can they show real news for a change?
Nick, the water pressure's kind of low in that shower.
You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose?
Good idea, Nick.
That's very dangerous, by the way. Fire hoses can and will mess you up if you stand in front of one. Apparently, Feyblood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder. Gourd Lake again. The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed, and the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. The fire hose is real and it can hurt you, precisely. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor, known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like...
Nick,
Yipes, Maya.
the fireman yelled at me when I called him.
We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth.
What? You mean the prosecutor?
Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder.
What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How?
I don't know.
Let's go find out, Nick.
Mia's favorite plant. Its name is Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Maya brought in a poster of the Steel Samurai the other day. We had a big fight over whether to put it up or not. I know she's just waiting for a chance to sneak it up on the wall. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt too. Mia's desk. If we had more clients, I'd probably sit here more often. Lately, I've been spending more time on the couch watching TV. Well, what should we do?
What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene.
You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas?
Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath the waterfall.
You know, I think it's developing a nice luster.
I'll look at your badge later, Nick. We've got work to do.
Suppose you're right. Seeing Maya reminds you of a gun edit of Maya from Spirit of Justice.
This is where it happened?
Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park.
I can see some police walking around in there.
Questioning people, probably.
Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there?
Well, pal, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything?
Sorry, sir. Nothing.
Idiot, the trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double.
But, sir,
There weren't any clues. That's why we arrested the attorney, Mr. Edgeworth.
it's clear, sir. He's the one who...
Shut up. Did you try saying that again? I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today.
We're recruits. Ah. Hey, you're that hairy guy, Hairy Butts. Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? Just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it.
He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet.
Huh? Oh. Oh, you don't say. Sorry, Gumshoe. We came here early by accident. We meant to go talk to Edgeworth first.
You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we?
Guess it comes with the territory.
I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah!
Hey, Edgeworth, come back. What are you doing here?
Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood.
Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney? Then laugh. Laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing?
Nick, should we be laughing?
Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad. Or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time that we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hope you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. I'm an attorney, Edgeworth. Your attorney's badge. Edgeworth, let me defend you. Huh. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up. Not yet.
What do you mean by that?
Me? Just a went-behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never.
What?
My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it?
Duh. We're going to help you, that's what.
Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey. Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience.
Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry?
The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices and the courthouse. Wait, that was... Damn, Phoenix, that was a very good impression of me. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you.
Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really...
Gordy.
Huh?
I went to see Gordy.
Gordy? What's that?
I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask. But you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case.
Why? But Nick is trying to help you.
I know that. But I don't want your help, okay?
Why not?
Look, just go away and leave me alone.
Nick, Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he?
Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere.
But, Nick...
Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No? Wow, okay. Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Cloud's lawyer. Head in the... huh? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And
And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
The cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. Feel like Edgeworth is like Batman, sorta. And feel like and Edgeworth is such a tsundere. Yeah.
How did they get there so fast?
Well, there's a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake.
A witness?
A witness.
You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you?
Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right. Who cares what the witness says?
I care.
You really believe in him, don't you, Detective?
Of course I do. But police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taken this investigation that seriously.
Oh no!
After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one is standing up to take his side.
Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case?
Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. You defended him and lost your reputation to be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. Suppose it would be if they had a witness. Hey, pal. Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him, too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent.
I know.
I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, 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 over and over.
Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign.
Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Who was this witness? Sorry, pal. That's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Is there only that one witness? Yep, it was pretty cold out on the lake last night. It was Christmas Eve, after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're gonna turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick?
Talk to Santa.
Detective Gumshoe, sir.
What, find something?
No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want you to hold they want to hold an investigation briefing.
A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. Guess you heard. Gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me about before I head back?
Well, yes. Do you have any information on the victim?
Sorry. They haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. Still waiting on it myself. Actually. Say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back, Detective? Probably not, pal. So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Oh, wait, that way you can come and see me anytime, I think. Come down and see me anytime, okay. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission.
You know, Nick, I think that there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy.
Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information.
Right, now let's get investigating. Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake.
Yep. Not sure it warrants a wowzers, though.
Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand.
Samurai dogs.
I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great.
With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be?
They're a little behind on the times, though. Kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know.
Nope.
Huh, someone left poppers here. You know, you pull the string.
They just pop. Yeah, I know the ones. See them a lot around New Year's.
Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them.
Come on and admit it, you just want to pop them, right?
Was it that obvious?
Poppers. Suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go?
Into my pocket.
Wait, did the description of that say not very clue-worthy? Line up plastic benches. Guess the idea is that you buy a dog and eat it here. Doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. Trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Huh. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. A hot dog stand. It's closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. Banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate.
I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping.
They got guts camping at the scene of a murder.
Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder.
It's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. Sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent.
Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire?
I don't think they have signs like that.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I didn't even... I thought she was just talking about, like, what if the sign said this for no reason? I didn't realize that that's... No camping sign. Trees go quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. There's food and some magazines on a sheet. Takes pretty tough skin to camp in this cold.
Hey, Nick.
What? Don't tell me you're hungry again.
No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum?
They didn't talk about that in any of the law books.
So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum, then?
I'm not having this conversation. Maya's intrusive thoughts are actually extrusive sentences. I swear, sometimes some of the shit that Maya says is very, like, similar to some stuff that some of my, like, friends that Jimbles and Spoods that I play Minecraft with. Like, it's very similar to some random shit that we say at each other sometimes. Aluminum is generally great for utensils because of the protective oxide layer. It's also probably, like, because it's very lightweight. This SUV's has seen better days. It's dented all over. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. Must take pictures when triggered by a noise.
Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick.
I might do the accent. TM.
Huh. Nick!
Will you stop that?
Maybe it's broken.
Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set up to respond to voices?
Well, what then? These things?
Party poppers?
Well, it responded.
I don't even know how to voice that.
Hey you, get your hands off that! What in the Sam Hill? Look at what you done now. There goes a whole roll of film. What? Huh? Sorry. Sorry's nice, but it ain't gonna pay my bills. Do you know how much a roll of film costs? I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well, what? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. Say, those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now? Are you a chaperone?
Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends?
Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for bejesus's sake.
I don't know how good this attempt at a southern accent is. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Nautilus.
God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day.
Oh boy. Guess we should pay her for the film.
Watch it!
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Dash. On second thought, I'll pay later.
I'm really sorry.
I'm an attorney. This is my badge.
Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive?
I'm a lawyer.
What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over the film now. Cause I'll have you know, I'm a fighter and I've wrestled meaner looking things than you.
No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake.
A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead and ask me anything you like.
Finally, some cooperation.
You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard.
Come to think of it, where did Maya get to?
Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you if you, if it pleases you.
Thanks. Wow. That's not Phoenix. Why did my brain... Sometimes my brain is just like, yes, back to the Phoenix voice.
Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart. But y'all can call me Lotta.
Have a good night, Dash. And I'm glad that you're enjoying them.
I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway?
Wow, Maya. Your voice dropped out of nowhere. Have you been practicing?
I ain't seen much television lately.
Happened late in the night on Christmas Eve.
That's so. Christmas Eve.
Man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything?
Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when.
I will say, I can do this accent a lot better than I can do, like, any other accent. You're probably going to get a little bit of my, attempt at a German accent in the second game. In the second Phoenix Wright game, but it's going to be bad, I can guarantee it.
So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Y'all don't really want to know that, do ya? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the Heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U.
So I hear?
So, when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago.
What are you photographing? Or photographing? Oh, photographing.
Didn't I tell you all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers.
Falling stars.
That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German-made, a genuine Solingen.
Isn't that where they make knives? Is that a place that they make knives? Is that a real place? Did I butcher the pronunciation on that place name?
So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that? That mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. Programmable camera? Neat.
Lotta?
Yeah?
So, your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises?
Yup.
Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol.
A pistol?
Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper?
I guess it would.
Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it?
Hey, y'all are pretty bright.
Huh?
I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film.
It would have been a photo taken late last night.
I checked him once. I don't remember if there was anything on him, though. But what if I got something? I could be witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear?
I'm sorry if Lotta's voice is awful. I genuinely can't tell how I'm doing with Lotta's voice because I don't do accents on my voices very often.
She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Nick, what's this place?
Oh, rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats wouldn't be good for business either.
Boats. Boats. I've never ridden on a boat.
Really? How about we go out on one when the trial is finished?
Hey, good idea. You bet.
Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. Probably closed because it's Christmas. There's some boats floating at the dock. Is one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder?
Nick.
Huh?
I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride.
I like that they actually kind of canonized Nick and... Or, well, it's not really canonized because the Investigations games aren't canon, as far as I'm aware. But there's a tiny scene that you can see just, like, out in the very edge of the camera in one of the Investigations games, where you can see Phoenix, Maya, and a character from Ace Attorney 2 in a boat together. There's more forest that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Wait, what? Oh, we can go to criminal affairs.
I guess Detective Gumshoe's still in that meeting.
Hey. Thanks for coming down, pal.
Detective Gumshoe.
We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. Get the feeling we're in for some bad news. Hey, isn't that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It's my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake? Already sighted? I don't believe it. Couldn't you be reading something more important? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Alright, hands against the wall, all of you. Don't even think about escaping. I got eyes in the back of my head. Must be doing image training for arrests. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. I keep trying to, like, I have a specific idea of what I want a Gumshoe voice to be, and the actual voice that I've given him is such, like, it's far from that voice that I envision in my brain, just because I can't hit the right register for the voice that I want to do for Gumshoe. And so I'm trying to go closer to, like, a little bit closer to how he sounds in, like, the Phoenix Wright anime. But not doing a great job of it. I'm an attorney. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him.
Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything?
Not a word. So, how did the meeting go? Can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that?
So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it.
Well, trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled.
I see.
Hey, in the end you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal.
Yes, sir.
And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much?
Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. Trust each other. That's how it works.
Working relationship?
See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? Trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us.
I see.
Mr. Edgeworth's a man you can trust. You have my word on that. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Thank you.
Nick,
Huh?
can you show me that photo of the victim? That face.
Someone you know?
I don't know. I just have this feeling that I've met him somewhere a long, long time ago.
Well, I hope it helps you, pal. Thanks, Detective. I like Gumshoe a lot. Honestly, can I just say, they haven't ever made a bad detective in these games. Unless... Wait. Because it's Gumshoe for the first 3, then Emma, then Fulbright, then Emma again for 6, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Hey, y'all.
Wow, that was...
Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? Bingo. My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look.
Wait.
See? See? He's shooting him with that pistol.
Looks like that, yes.
You can't really tell who's shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But, you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What?
Are you serious?
Of course.
How do you forget? Never mind.
Y'all reckon I should tell the cops?
I reckon so.
I
reckon so.
What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later.
Wait, Lotta.
What? Can't y'all see I'm kinda busy?
Tell us what you saw too, please.
Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the southern side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick?
Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. Question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow.
Looks like the police have given up their interviewing.
Hey.
Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you.
Long time no see, Nick.
Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection.
Don't be ridiculous.
Dude, it's me.
Larry? What are you doing here?
Isn't that obvious? I work at my day job.
I sell samurai dogs.
Want one?
Gotta get money for dates, you know? My girl Kianse deserves the best. Kianse? Not another model, I hope.
Oh, Kianse's a fine, nice woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought this costume for me.
That's great, Larry.
Wow, a Santa costume? She must be really nice.
Yes, Kianse. It's one of the other very few things about this game that I would say hasn't aged particularly well, but...
Whoa, cute.
Nick, who's she? She's not your... Kianse sounds like a killer fiance. Nah, it's just a play on Beyonce. I don't know, I feel like it kind of it leaves it in a really, it just feels, what's the right way to say this? It just kind of feels out of place is the best way to put it. Rather than it being a poorly aged thing, it just feels out of place. Not my, what? No, she's not.
I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm the little sister.
Sister? Wow, Nick, this would be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister?
No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister.
Huh, sounds great. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening.
Huh?
Oh, that's your attorney's badge, isn't it? Dude, you really helped me out back in that trial. Sorry I can't really pay you. Did you blow it all on Kianse? But you can have all the dogs you want.
Really?
Larry, if you let her at your dogs, you won't have any left for the other customers. Hey, no problem. If that's what makes her happy, you know? How many times do I have to remind you that it was me who got you off the hook? Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything?
Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kianse, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Ugh.
I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya.
No, it's just
Kianse's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. Trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. Defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth.
Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick? You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Our old Edgy?
Yeah, he's a murder suspect.
Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry?
Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school.
What? Tell me about the dogs.
Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs?
Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped.
Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs, you know, like guard dogs?
Ouch.
But Samurai I think was Kianse's idea.
Oh, she's my woman, you know?
She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs.
Something about that just seems wrong.
Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake, what with the big news.
The big news?
Yeah, Gordy.
Gordy? So, Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry?
Yeah, Nick, him, and I used to hang out all the time.
Wow, I never knew.
Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father.
Like his father?
Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day.
Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer.
Yeah?
Wait a second. Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney.
What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee?
No, he's a prosecuting attorney. It's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer.
Huh, go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who are unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. You know, Nick?
Nick? What's Gordy?
Huh? You mean you don't know? He's here in this very lake. A giant mysterious monster. Gordy.
Monster?
Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo.
Wow. It's really real? Nick, a monster, a real monster.
Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? Set the camera to automatic, and when we got into frame, heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water.
I wish I could have seen it.
Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you?
Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million.
1 million?
Grow up, Larry.
Sorry, Nick. I don't know much about that. I'm just a simple vendor of samurai dogs, dig?
Not a gumshoe in sight.
You're looking for Detective Gumshoe. He's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while.
Lot of heart. It has to be.
Uh-oh. I guess we're going back to the boat rental shop section. Nope. Maybe we need to present something to Larry.
What's that?
It's a camera. Take pictures with it.
Huh?
Larry, you mean you don't know what a camera is?
Of course I know. Hey, you're looking at a bona fide junior high graduate. I was talking about the weird contraption on that camera.
Oh, that. Well, it's hard to explain. Just forget about it.
Well, don't go showing it to me then. Jeez.
Hey, Larry, you know this guy?
Who's this?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Who's this, Maya?
Well,
Oh, wait. Maya said she had seen him before, didn't she?
What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick.
Actually, the photo's blurry, Larry. It's taken last night.
Last night.
Nothing at the detention center. What is it?
oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at the office that Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis.
That office. Wait. You mean Grossberg's office?
Right, that guy.
Was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. Ahem. Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha! You owe me as something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright. Aha! And you owe me as something too, aren't you? Or are you not?
Her little sister, yes.
You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know? It takes me back. The days of my youth. The scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Hmm? Ah, yes. I beg your pardon. Of course, you came here to discuss something.
What is it then? Something the matter? I'm an attorney. You've really grown up in the past few years, my dear. How proud Mia would be if she could see you now.
She said she was more worried about me than anything.
Just go on and take the compliment, will you? There was a murder last night. Murder? You haven't heard? I, just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. Guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg? Whatever happened to that painting? Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah! Do you remember? He was a lawyer, here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond.
And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot?
Who is this Hammond guy, anyway?
Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound so familiar?
Perhaps you remember?
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder.
That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium.
Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother?
Yes, my dear. Spirit medium Misty Fey, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed.
They never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case, and the suspect was declared innocent.
And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes. Yes, quite.
Thank you.
No. Please, don't mention it.
DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again.
But, wait. What does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim of the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? His father?
If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Wait. This is a photograph of my mother.
Also, funny thing I'd like to point out. It's very similar hairdos on the girl in the picture here and Misty's hair. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited. Yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You are always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6.
So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away?
I don't know, but I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, I suspect a suspect was arrested. A man. Pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name.
And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder?
Correct.
That spirit medium, that was my mom.
What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end. And now this.
About to end?
The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th.
December 28th.
The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days.
What?
Nick, what does that mean?
When a case's statute of limitations runs out, legally the case never happened.
3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever.
What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent?
I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now.
Guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case.
So was your father a lawyer?
He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently.
Fun fact, if I remember correctly, there's a flashback case in, I believe it's Investigations 2, where you play as Gregory Edgeworth. And, if I remember correctly, ProZD voices, like, does his, objection voice lines, because it's a fan translation for Investigations 2. If I remember correctly, ProZD does the voice for Gregory Edgeworth.
He was quite famous at the time, apparently.
So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps.
I'd rather not talk about it. Huh. Who would have thought there'd be a photo?
Edgeworth, did you shoot him?
What do you think, Wright?
I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no.
So you didn't shoot him?
No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. It pains me to ask you this now.
I know, you want us to defend you.
Yes. Will you?
Of course we will. Who could have guessed this day would come?
Not me.
This is my chance to finally pay you back.
Pay him back?
Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you.
Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know.
Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe.
Well, I guess we should... What's that?
Earthquake! Nick! It's a big one! It's calming down. Phew. That was scary.
Huh? Where's Edgeworth?
There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. Guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes.
Heard of running, but curling up in a ball?
Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick.
Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. What's going on here? What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. So, what did Miss Hart say? She said she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol.
What?
Even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting. That's why she said that's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but it should let us see who's who. If any of you have seen this case before, you know that it doesn't drop the quality at all. It's like fucking CSI. It's like a CSI enhance moment.
She can do that? Or she can do that.
Okay, so there's gonna be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great, just great. Any case, she's gonna be the one testifying tomorrow. Huh?
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation. Cancellation? Afraid tomorrow's gonna be life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth. Got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder. We got a photo taken when the shot rang out. Say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's gotta be something I've overlooked. Sounded like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. Still got time, pal. Go talk to him again, for me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here pretty much my whole life. I'm pretty used to them.
I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It's a pretty big quake. Going to go check on him. You two eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes.
I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. And again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Gosh, I forgot just how much of the Turnabout Samurai we still had left. So that's gonna be where I end for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Who to raid? Hey, Nautilus, you got any raid recommendations? Friend didn't start stream in time. Ah, that sucks. Okay. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I will most likely not be streaming tomorrow, but I should be streaming the day after. So, yeah, I hope to see you then for more Phoenix Wright and for more, Turnabout Goodbyes, which is not the last case in this game. But yeah, I guess I hope to see you then. Have a good one. Oh wait, exclamation point Discord if you want to join the Discord, exclamation point socials, if you want to check out my socials. Otherwise, I guess have a good one and take care.